How's it going, guys? I am Money here. I'm at work doing some OT. I think you got my face, not sure. But I finished early and I got about an hour and a half to blow. So I figured since I haven't made a video in a while because I still don't have internet, I'll walk you guys around my job and kind of explain what I do. This is primarily where I work. This is the organic waste side. Basically fuels, solvents, some acids mixed with fuels, some corrosive mixed with fuels and whatnot. But this is basically where you start off when you first get everything started. And on this side, you'll have the fuel tanks, which is the 900s. 1200s are wastewater that we'll ship off to our other site in Kent. And then we have antifreeze, coolants, which are oil-based lubricants and whatnot all over there, and some other fuel that's mixed with some other shit. Now this is what we call the west side. This is basically where, once you get more experience, you work on this side, but I do understand how it works and I do work over here sometime. This is gonna be more of the water that we're gonna discharge to the city that has been treated. We have acids over there, corrosive, lime, all kind of shit that you don't wanna fuck with, oxidizers, and all that good stuff. And I've only been here about 5 months, but I understand how everything works. That noise, I shut everything down, so that's all of our air pressure releasing from these tanks behind this little building right here. And then here is the other side, which we call the west side. And you got your alkalins and those black tanks back there. I'm not sure if you can see those, but those are all full of acids, sulfuric acid, and we'll treat those. And it's actually, the process is actually really fucking cool. We'll treat all those acids, and then it'll turn into sludge, which you can't see on this side, but there's sludge on one of those tanks, and then we'll take the alkaline, and then it makes a filtrate, which is, I guess, like a white liquid, and we'll separate it, and eventually it all ends up becoming water, which has been treated, and it'll be discharged to the city and retreated. That building way back there is the Stave building. Basically any, I guess, landfill waste we mix with dust, which is LKD, and then we'll mix it all together, turn it into, I guess, a mush, really dry mush, and then it gets shipped out to landfills and it'll be burned or buried, and in 10 years it turns into dirt. Now this is our check-in area. It's pretty empty because nothing can sit here for more than 24 hours, but whenever we have, say, drums, like I'm not sure what is in these, but let's see, yellow is an oxidizer and a whole bunch of other shit that's in there. And we'll basically take these out of this drum, stick them over here, and then from check-in, they go into our bays. And then we'll walk through the bays real quick. I don't want this video to be super long, but we'll walk through the bays and then show you guys the waste that we deal with here in particular. And basically we deal with everything outside of radioactive waste. Bay 1, these are your oxidizers. I don't really work with these too much because that's on the west side, but you have your oxidizers with those hazardous placards. You have your poisons. Now most of these poisons are, I think, cyanide. And technically, I guess any chemical would be a poison because if you inhale it or you swallow it, you're gonna fucking die. So a lot of them could be like, I don't know, bleach or whatever, but they're all kind of different kinds of shit, but they're all toxic. Here we have our class 8s. Now class 8s, you have two different kinds. You have corrosives, as that says, and then you have basics. Basics would be the corrosive side, and then the 8s, the acids, would be acids. So we have this bay, which is full of nothing but acids. We have our forklift, and then we have this side, which is corrosive, non-acidic. And then here, which is basically most of my stuff. This is all flammable stuff. It could be, flammable gas, flammable solids, flammable liquids. Most of it is flammable liquids. I haven't come across any spontaneously combustible stuff, but most of it's all flammable liquids, oils, waste fuel that will either ship out to get burnt or ship out and I guess they'll treat and reuse. Now this is like a different kind of cell. I don't really want to explain all this because this is really different. They've kind of transformed it into, it's called SPAC waste, where basically where waste comes in from companies like Walmart or Target, and then we'll segregate it and they'll ship it off to do whatever they're going to do. Most likely it's going to get burned and destroyed or whatever. But these are empty totes, and the empty totes come from either here or from check-in, which we just came from. And inside these little totes right here, this is our product container storage area. And this is basically what I'll use to treat chemicals. Like on this side, this is lime. You would use lime to raise the pH of a chemical. Say we need, I guess we have Intel, which is a corrosive solvent that comes in. I'll first treat it with this, which is sulfuric acid. And that lowers the pH because it comes in with about a pH of a 13 or a 14. And I need to get it between a 6 and a 10. And if I don't use the right amount of sulfuric, which is about 50 gallons per load, which is about 3,000 gallons, if I raise it too low, then I have to go get lime, which is a pain in the ass, and then I have to use 15, 20 gallons of lime to try to guesstimate where it needs to be, and it's a pain in the ass. So if I do it right, I don't need lime. If not, I need motherfucking lime. This stuff, I don't use this stuff too often, but ferric chloride, they'll use this on the west side to treat certain chemicals and turn it into eventually water. And that basically is everything back there we covered, but that is basically what I do. Because people always wondered, even in my personal life, what exactly do you do? And although this wasn't a great explanation, essentially what happens is a tanker will come in with waste. Depending on what kind of waste it is how we dispose of it. But it's gonna go into a tanker, and then we're gonna do our little treatment process from there. Here's our other forklift. We have 2. And today, basically all I did was, a tanker comes in, Intel corrosive solvent, and I put it into that tanker, that one on the end. And then tomorrow, if they get another one, it will be based upon how much sulfuric acid I need to treat that tank. But I love my job. It's actually really, really cool. But since I'm the only one here, because it's overtime on the weekends, I can do what I want. And then here's this is our office. This is our changing area. That is my locker. It's dark in here. Since I'm the only one here, I don't really need lights. But there's my locker. I keep my jacket there because it's dirty. And they don't like me putting my dirty jacket with the clean jackets and our coveralls. This is like an extra little office they use for storage. Here's our lab stuff. I don't know if I'm going to show you guys what's in there, but lab stuff. And then here's our office, and this is where I do my paperwork. I have my gauge charts, my process forms, and all that good stuff. And actually, once I get done with this video, I'm going to finish doing paperwork because I have to finish this paperwork and do the lab stuff on it and get it sent to them so they can do their material verification analysis, or MVAs. Here's another little office. We have bathrooms and our kitchen. And this is where we have our safety meetings, but we got vending machines, which is pretty freaking cool, coffees and all that good stuff. But that is basically it. I'm gonna do my paperwork, and then I'm gonna get out of here by 3:30 because I came in at 11:30. And that is all. Catch you guys next time. I'm Money out.